steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to jobsmedia.com's Marketing Me. We are live at Pasig Catholic College. And so today we'll be joined by speakers from Inspiro and Stellar Philippines. But before we start, we invite everybody for a short prayer followed by the national anthem, the PCC We Are song, and Alma Mater.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below.
Pambansang Awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, eros ng sigakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, magagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pagaw, ay ginatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iibig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magdidinig, lumalang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
We come from different corners of the world and gathered as children of God. Together under His care, we live a life as role models of His message of love. It is our promise to practice our faith, to hear His word and embrace the world. In charity and justice, we'll walk our path as good citizens in the service of God. We are an evangelizing community. We commit to Catholic education. We promote a culture of excellence in the task of social transformation. We are persons of character and competence.
From different corners of the world and gathered as children of God. Together under His care, we live a life as role models of His message of love. It is a promise to practice our faith, to hear His word and embrace the world.
In charity and justice, we'll walk our path as good citizens in the service of God. We are an evangelizing community. We commit to Catholic education. We promote a culture of excellence in the task of social transformation. We are persons of character and competence. For this gift that our Lord has given, we sing with joy and pray thanksgiving with Mary, our mother.
a culture of excellence, and a task of social transformation. We are persons. We are persons. We are persons of character and competence. Hail to thee, O our dear alma mater, who has guided us through the golden years. To thee we pledge to be good and loyal, for you have given sweet mother's care. May long thy name be radiant and burning, enshrining every loving heart and true. And to thee we join thy glorious name we sing. With hearts leaping we pledge our faith anew. Hail to thee, our dear alma mater, who caress us in our tender years, who caress us in our tender years. Oh, long live our alma mater, for spirit will shine ever. She's truly our dear mother. Her spiritual lessons too shall be our guide through all the years, in the golden days of our youth. She has taught us to love the truth, that Christians life's noble virtue. It's you, O our dear alma mater. You've given the love of our mother. To thee we pledge, we'll all remember all the sweet days we had with you. And though we part from thy love, we shall hold in thy memory. Thy name shall glisten in glory, our dear alma mater. Thy name shall glisten in glory, our dear alma mater.
Alright, so welcome guys. So are you ready? By the way, I'm Shari from Academic Languages. I will be today's host. And to officially start today's session, may we invite Mrs. Jedeline Nabos, College Guidance Counselor for Pasig Catholic College.
Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. I am Mrs. Jedeline Kilapio Nabos, the College Guidance Coordinator of Pasig Catholic College. Good afternoon, everyone. I also like to greet our college dean, Dr. Leonora D. Fernandez, our resource speakers from jobs180.com, the dean's team, the program heads, our faculty members and staffs, and to you, our dear students, a blessed afternoon. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to our Career Talk webinar entitled Marketing Live at Pasig Catholic College. This webinar is brought to you by the College Department, the Guidance and Counseling Office, in partnership with the jobs180.com. In this time of pandemic, we all know that everything is changed, and now embracing the online learning, we might experiencing difficult and different challenges in this time of pandemic. Over the past months, since the online learning started, the PCC College Department always see to it to deliver all the services to the college students. Our compassion to serve students is our top priority. Hence, for this afternoon, we are very lucky to have a partnership under the jobs180.com to deliver all your needs, most especially in talking about your career pathways and preparing you to the world of work. Since it is going to be a long day ahead, well, I am really excited for today's event. Our webinar for this afternoon aims to provide students with opportunities to experience and undergo pre-employment procedure virtually, filling out of application forms, creating resume, and experiencing virtual job interview, and provide the participants professional relationships and discuss a potential job and internship opportunities. Also, helping the graduating students as well as our alumni to find jobs virtually and to be employed in this time of pandemic. For today's discussion, jobs180.com will discuss and share about the different tips for pre-employment, how to create a resume link, interview tips, and sharing about hiring for work-from-home jobs, and later on they will discuss about the upcoming very first virtual job fair here at Pasig Catholic College. I would like to thank the jobs180.com for their generosity to deliver this kind of webinar and preparing our college students in their career journey. Also, I would like to thank everyone for attending this webinar, and we hope to gain a lot for this webinar and acquiring a new skill to develop your career desire after you graduate. I hope you have a meaningful and helpful webinar for this afternoon. Good afternoon once again, that in all things God may be glorified.
Thank you for that, Miss Jedaylin. So now to officially for a short inspirational message and to welcome everyone, we'd also like to call on Dr. Leonora D. Fernandez, College Dean for PCC, to give her a short message po.
Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. Good afternoon to all of you. We would like to take this opportunity to give our heartfelt thanks to Jobs 180, the dynamic and energetic persons behind it. Mr. Kim Chua, the Managing Director, Mr. Robert Palomar and Ms. Shari Lopez, the Academic Linkages Officers, and Ms. Michelle Chua, assigned at the Technical, for always including Pasig Catholic College College Department in their quest to provide our students and alumni the uniqueness or edge needed by the different establishments or institutions. Allow them to provide you that PCC brand of a true physicians, persons of character and competence. Listen very well and don't forget to take down notes as they share to us their innovative solutions in response to the needs of the employers. No pandemic or other challenges will stop Jobs 180 to share their mission to all of you. We are quite sure that after their sharing, all of you will be invited by their partner institutions to be part of their pool of employees. I would like also to thank the college department, the dean's team, for their ever support and cooperation in all the activities. Mrs. Luz Viminda Docot, our OSA head, and Mrs. Chedaylin Nabos Kilapio for making this activity possible. Many thanks to all of you. Keep safe and healthy. One mission, one college, one family. God bless us all.
Thank you for that, Dr. Fernandez. So I hope you guys are ready. So as usual, we'd like to know who was watching us. So please comment your name and course, and later we can input that mamaya. Later we can tell that to our speakers so we know kung paano namin i-address yung audience natin. Alright? So if you have questions, don't be shy to put it on our comment section. We can see the comments, guys. So don't forget to share this to your friends as well. So if you think that they need this talk, they need this webinar, they need to listen, tag them na. Alright, so here's our schedule for this afternoon. First topic, we will be discussing ResumeLink. Next topic, we will be discussing interview tips by a representative from Inspiro. Next topic is hiring for work from home jobs from Stellar Philippines. Ayan. So shout out to everyone who is on time. Thank you guys. So again, you can comment your name and course dun sa ating comment section para lang kilala natin kung sino yung audience natin. Alright? So let's go to our first speaker. Our first speaker is Sir Kim Chua. So he is the managing director for JobToday.com. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, and customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. So he is a trusted resource speaker and has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 colleges and universities nationwide. Yeah. So Sir Kim, if you are ready, please join us. The floor is yours.
I hope that this session will be able to help you, no? Not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan ang tinatawag nating resume link. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered like like left and right. But
All right, so sorry for the delay. We've been experiencing some technical errors, so please stay tuned. We are trying to reach Sir Kim so we can put in the presentation immediately. So we will put back. We will go back dun saan tayo naputal a while ago. Alright? So for a couple of minutes, please wait while we fix this on our end. Alright? So really really apologize for this error po. For the meantime, we'd like to get to know our audience. So please type in if your course or your strand if you're watching para po we can address yung mga questions natin later sa ating mga speakers and they can put it doon sa mismong course niyo or sa discipline po ninyo. Alright? Um, Announcement. So we'd like to make a couple of announcements. So after the talk, there will be an evaluation coming from PCC. So that secures your attendance. So make sure that you finish the evaluation before you leave the presentation, this webinar. Second one, we are cooking something for April 14. So we are inviting everyone from PCC to join. It will be a virtual career fair to be launched by jobs180.com. For the official invitation, you can find it at schools.jobs180.com/PCC. So you'll find the pop-up and later it will be discussed by Sir Kim how to create an account. So that account is your passport to attend the virtual career fair. Alright, so the virtual career fair will be launched via Google Meets, Google Meeting Rooms, ayan, and we will be inviting companies to present and interview those na nag-attend ng mga applicants live. So we hope that we get the same attendance. We hope that we get your participation on April 14. So companies will be hiring on the spot. Companies will be presenting their vacancies. You can ask them questions. You can check their openings and positions na available. Ayan. So please wait for a bit while we fix it on our side. We've been encountering some technical glitches. So ayan. So thank you. I've been seeing from DSIT, from DS Entrepreneurship. So ayan. So thank you po for putting in your courses. Ayan. So what else is here? Entrepreneurship yan. Marketing management. Hello, good afternoon po. Hi, Miss Luz. Ayan, Miss Luz is watching. Who else is here? Ayan. So good afternoon to everyone who's watching. Please bear with us. Sorry for this inconvenience po. So we have people from BEED, okay, BSDA, BSED. So good afternoon po, accountancy, AB communication. So good afternoon, guys. There will be a topic later on interview tips. So the rep is from Inspiro. So we hope that you guys listen because these are the tips that you will use for the April 14 na virtual career fair. So let's check on it. All right. So, good afternoon po. Ayan, sa mga marketing management. Ayan. So, BSA Psychology. So, good afternoon. Please, bear with us. I'm really sorry. This is something that we can't control when we're dealing with live broadcast. Ayan, so BSIT. Ayan, so, good afternoon, guys. All right. So if you have questions, like since we have the time right now, we can put it in the comment section and we'll try to answer it. I will try to answer it. So later I will keep track of the questions and then I will send it to the speakers and ask them the questions na nanggaling mismo sa inyo. All right. So for this morning, for this afternoon, the topics that are set are resume, um, interview tips, and the last one is hiring for work from home jobs. So later on, we've invited a company representative from Stellar Philippines to tell us or discuss about your vacancy. So if you are at home, or if you are near graduation, so malapit ka ng graduate and you want to explore your options. So especially right now, since we are on ECQ, we want opportunities that are based from home. So it's safer, it's more convenient. So right now, ito din yung pinupush ng government natin, pinupush ng healthcare system natin because right now we can't afford yung mga madaming taong lumalabas. So later on, that will be discussed by Stellar Philippines. So hello po, good afternoon from Young Entrepreneur Society. So good afternoon. We have people from HRDM, Education, AB Communication. So hi guys. And Marketing Management, Journalism. So good afternoon. Marketing Management. So thank you po sa mga naglagay ng comments nila doon, mga courses nila sa comment section. Alright. Yan. So if ever na may habang nagpe-present, meron kayo naisip na tanong or something is unclear to you and you want to verify, you want to clarify, you can use the comment section to interact with the speakers because we see the comments. So we see it real time. So pagpasok niya, makikita naman namin siya.
Everyone,
So are we back, Tech? Alright. So I think they're malapit na. They're coming, inayos na nila. Pati ako naubusan ng English
know
na
how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No? Not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag nating ResumeLink. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number 1, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay? More than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na ResumeLink. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, meron kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, wag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw ay makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So sayang lang. So you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpletong detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo. Kayo lang may alam yan. At lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kina-account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay? Lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often that you open your social media account. So I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis ay makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Ilagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or anong mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag-door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating ko sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-tourism at pang-HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts. whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa dalawang lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung dalawa. Kung dalawa lang talaga alam nyo din, dalawa lang. Ano tong dalawang to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Sabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have. Kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No, ilagay mo sa loob ng ResumeLink. Just transfer them here inside the ResumeLink para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga, hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan, ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede kang mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, yung mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda example yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng mga kasi mga sample ng profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the ResumeLink is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Ina sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Diba? Halimbawa, o sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologies, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member na Akit Bahay Gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi magandang example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayo magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamala ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan. Blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon na dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you'll be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tignan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything. From top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo na papabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR na papabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo attention, gusto kanya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Diba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design, diba? That's yung ibig ko sabihin. Wag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pa nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pagprocess sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do you do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo atensyon, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So better make sure nandiyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So yan. So tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, huwag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon, by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala nang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to your information. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Anong gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakapagod yan, hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo. Update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No? Maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number 1, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secured na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganun. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data, pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi, o makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes, lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it, enter, save it, real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, 'di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Edi balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. 'Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget yung Wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Sir Kim. Ayan. So guys, it's time for questions. But, unahan ko na kayo. Sir, we are doing an April 14 virtual career fair for Pasig Catholic College. So we invite everyone to be there. So itong mga audience natin to, sir, we want them to be on April 14. Kasama natin 1 to 4 p.m. sa Wednesday. Tanong ko lang, sir, is this going to be a live interview with representatives? How is it gonna go?
Oh, don't miss the chance to meet and greet and do what you want with the employers. Oh, 'di ba? Pagdating sa week Wednesday, 1 p.m. po 'yan, no? Alauna ng hapon. That's April 14. So mark your calendars. Ang gagawin nyo lang, puntahan nyo yung jobs180.com na resume link nyo. Pagka login nyo, may pop-up doon na message na lalabas. Invitation for Pasig Catholic College Virtual Career Fair. So click yes, you want to join, and you will be getting the link kung saan kayo pupunta ng alauna pagdating ng Wednesday, April 14. Now, what will happen there? Expect that companies will be presenting their opportunities, at hindi lang naman sila dyan nagsasalita, kayo rin, no? Pwede kayo magsalita dyan. Kayo na mag-interview ng mga kumpanya. O, gawin yung pagkataon to na makausap niyo yung mga companies, get to know them, talk to them, find out about the opportunities not only for you, maybe also for your friends or for your relatives, diba? Kung sino man, pwede i-entertain. So, ang recommend ko dyan is, huwag nyo i-miss out. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, kagaya niyan, companies na ang lumalapit. So, huwag nyo naman pakawalan. Saka, buhatin yung bangko ng Pasig Catholic College. Kaya punta tayo dun sa job fair ninyo. Sa inyo yan eh. Ginawa nga to para sa inyo. Okay? So, yan.
Alright. So, thank you for that, Sir Kim. So, thank you, sir, for being with us this afternoon. We hope to see more of you in the next sessions. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, kanina nagkaroon ng mga glitch, no? I hope you learned something. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Ayan. So, guys, let's go to our second speaker because we're running out of time. And para on time pa rin tayo matapos. Alright? Our second speaker is Ms. Glares Nalumen, a training specialist for leadership and development in Inspiro. So, Ms. Glares studied Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English at Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Manila. And she started her career as a licensed ESL teacher to Asian students and has been in the academic industry for almost 5 years now. So she is fond of reading books and likes to take care of her dogs in her free time. Ms. Glares believes that building a good relationship with others through kindness and compassion is the highest form of service. So Ms. Glares, please join us for our stream. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. Ayan. So, ma'am, we are live today. Hi, ma'am. Yan. Okay, ma'am. Hello. Ayan. Ma'am, we're live today with this audience from Pasig Catholic College. So can we try sharing your screen, ma'am, so we can proceed with your presentation?
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Sherry, and hello to Job 180 people, and as well as to those from PCC or Pasig Catholic Church. So it's my pleasure to have a talk with you guys. So now, let me just share some of the things that I know here in Inspiro. So first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Glares, and I'm actually one of the trainers from Achieve Academy of Inspiro. And I would like to thank, by the way, the Jobs 180 and also the PCC or Pasig Catholic Church for inviting us in today's afternoon talk. So we are hoping that this will not be the last time for this kind of opportunity. All right, so for our viewers, good afternoon. Probably you're asking now, what is or who is Inspiro and what is Achieve Academy? And probably you are asking what is the topic that I would like to share with you today. So, without further ado, okay, let me introduce to you about Achieve Academy. So, what is Achieve Academy, or what is our company, Inspiro? So, Inspiro is actually one of the biggest BPO company here in the Philippines. We actually have 12,000 employees all over the world, specifically in North America, Latin America, Philippines, and Australia. So what we offer is multi-language, omni-channel solutions, and as well as a full customer engagement life cycle. So our mother company is Relaya, and this company is actually based in Tokyo, and they're actually one of the biggest provider of contact center such as Inspiro, field operations, and web marketing services. So Relaya has 20,000 employees all over the world. We also have one in Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, and China. So let me show to you um, our global footprint. So when I say we are all over the world, okay, it's actually true. So in Spiro, okay, we are the delivery center. So not just in here in Asia, but we also have in United States, in Madison, Wisconsin, and Idaho. We also have one in Nicaragua, that is actually in Latin America. In Asia, of course, we have several sites in Japan, in China, Vietnam, and Bangkok. So here in the Philippines, I'm actually proud to say that we have eight or we have six, okay, sites. So we have four here in Luzon. We have one in Makati, Mandaluyong, Pasig, and Quezon City. We also have sites in Dumaguete and Iloilo. So not just that, we also have some in Australia. So I can proudly say that we are very stable company. Now, how about Achieve Academy? Who are we? So, Achieve Academy is actually a branch of human resource, and under human resource, there's actually a group which is in leadership and development, which the goal is to provide trainings to our best people for the leadership roles. Now, of course, Inspiro doesn't want to limit our giving opportunities to our employees only. So that's why Achieve Academy was born. So Achieve Academy actually facilitate trainings not just for our internal employees but also for our aspiring applicants. So we train them through language and communication skills. So we want to improve their work ethic and professionalism. So that is what Achieve Academy do. All right. So now let's go on to our main talk for this afternoon. So let's talk about the new normal. So since the pandemic, or since the COVID-19 hit the world, okay, our life was not the same anymore. Um, A lot of people, companies, the businesses actually try to survive and adapt to the changes brought by this pandemic. And actually, one of those is applying for job or working from home. Alright, so now, since we are trying to survive in this new normal, we're trying to look for jobs, apply for jobs from home, we have to adapt to the changes. Okay, do you know, guys, that there are some research that says work from home is the future? And since we have this pandemic now, I can say that the future is now. So, from this research, they said that the businesses who allow their employees to operate or work from home has a lower employee turnover by 25%. And those employees who work from home at least once a month are more likely to be happy and productive. And as of the moment, all over the world, there are actually 52% actually of employees are working from home. So now, how about our newbies, or how about our students who wants to, start working and join the workforce? So today, let's talk about SPOT, a beginner's guide to new normal's job application. All right, SPOT is actually an acronym for setting the stage, prepare, online presence, and trying. All right, so let's start first by setting the stage. Okay, so when we say setting the stage, what do we mean by that? It means that before we proceed with the main show, we have to prepare the backstage. All right, and when it comes to applying for a job, okay, the first thing that we might want to set is, of course, doing our research. So, what do we mean when we say do our research? Of course, since you guys are looking for a job, okay, it is like finding the right one for you. And finding the right one is not that easy most of the time. So it is very important that you search or try to find um, information about the company that you want to apply to. Okay, do a background check. What is this company offering? What is what are their vision and mission? What do they looking for? Okay, remember that your company will be the one who will take care of you, and you are also the one who will be the representative of that company. So do your research about who you want to be part of. Next one, okay, that you might want to consider is the qualification or job specification. Of course, since you are looking for a job, do you have anything in mind that you are uh, looking for? Okay, now once you find a job that you think you want to apply to, kindly take a note of the specification that they're looking for. Are you qualified for that job? Okay, so remember, guys, that during the interview process, the interviewer actually asks questions based on the specification that they posted. All right, so it's very important that you are suitable to what they are looking for. Other things that you might want to keep in mind when you're doing your research is how much will be the salary? Does it meet your expectation? Okay, and it will be also helpful if you can find some reviews, all right, of the employees that of the company you want to apply for. All right, so now you're done with your research. You are now done and decided to apply to this company. The next step for you to set is your passion. Okay, so since the pandemic started, there's a lot of people who shared their trendiest work from home outfit. So there's actually one news anchor in the United States of Good Morning America who got viral because during his show, the camera caught that he was not wearing any pants. Okay, so I can actually relate to that. So since a lot of people, switch to work from home, um, they get used to, dressing as well, just like they are at home. But remember, guys, that since you are preparing for your job, okay, you are presenting yourself. Okay, you are actually first making an impression. So why not dress to impress? Okay, what you are presenting outward can be, all right, take consideration by the interviewer of the company you're applying for. Okay, so again, number one, please dress to impress. Number two is, of course, um, dress good to feel good. I just noticed that every time we dress good, all right, try to make ourselves look good, put some makeup, fix our hair, it could actually give us a boost of confidence. So every time, okay, that you will have a job interview, okay, make sure that you feel good, not just inward but also outward, and be mindful of the attire that you want to show. Okay, so I know that we are all from home, so most of the time we are thinking, nasa bahay lang naman ako. So might as well I wear something pambahay. Okay, so please be mindful if you girls are wearing your TikTok shirt, all right, your statement shirts. Okay, so please be careful with that. All right, so now we're done setting the stage. What's next? So the next one is P for prepare. So what are the things that we have to prepare? First is yourself, all right, your tech, and of course your environment. Okay, let's talk one by one about these. All right, so what are the three whys of preparation? Number one is, of course, yourself. Okay, you have to prepare your mindset. So if you are trying to prepare, okay, what do you have to keep in mind? What is your mindset? Remember that you always have to start with your goal. If I do this job interview, what is my goal? Now, sometimes because um, we are preparing for job interview, okay, we are focusing on our goals, sometimes it could affect on how we feel, all right, especially for those who don't have any experience yet with working. Okay, you could feel anxious, you could feel scared, shy, intimidated, all right, so uh, again, go back to your goal. Okay, why are you doing this? And once you control, right, your emotions, the things that you have to show to your interviewer or to your prospective employer, um, then you should also be mindful of your body language, right? So again, remember that emotion can actually affect your voice, your posture, and your facial expression. All right. So remember that even the experienced people, all right, they get scared, they get anxious, but again, they always go back to their goal and to their mindset, why they are doing that. All right. Again, also, when you are preparing yourself, make sure as well that you prepare the things that will represent you, and that is actually our resume. So I highly suggest that you take advantage of resume link offered by Jobs 180 to start, okay, representing yourself. So I'm pretty sure, guys, you got a lot of tips from Mr. Kim's talk a while ago. So go ahead and try it now. All right. So once you prepare yourself, once you're done preparing your resume, what's next? Okay. The second one is to prepare your tech. All right. So when we say tech, what does it mean? It means that you have to be ready, or you have to make sure that everything that you will use during your job interview are working. Specifically, your audio. All right. So make sure that if you're using headset or headphone, they are working properly. Okay. How about the speakers? If it's necessary on the job interview. Okay. Are they all working? Another one is, of course, your video camera. Okay. Were you able to check the settings before you start? Okay. Make sure as well that the resolution is good. Okay, the position of the camera is actually fitted to see your whole face. Another one is, of course, the most important thing. Okay, when you're having online interview, okay, that would be the internet connection. Of course, um, everyone's lifeline nowadays is the internet connection. So make sure that you have a stable connection. Try to run a speed test. Okay. Probably if it's requiring you to turn on or for you to have a video conference, try to log out the other devices that consuming your bandwidth so that okay you can make sure that your internet connection is stable. Okay, now you're done. You're preparing your audio, your camera, and your connection. Okay, what steps? Of course, aside from those, you have to be ready or you have to prepare your environment. Okay, for example, your video angle. Okay, just like what I said before, does your camera is focusing on you? Make sure that the angle, all right, covers your entire face and not just your forehead, okay, or not just the other part of your body. Okay, make sure that the interviewer can see your entire face. Another one that you have to consider or you have to prepare is, of course, your video background. All right, so please try to use plain and simple background. Try to avoid distracting ones. So there's actually a lot of platforms that offers now a feature of blurring your backgrounds or offering backgrounds that could actually fit or that is actually appropriate for any situation. But please be careful, all right? As much as we would like to see you as a creative person, okay, please avoid using backgrounds that are destructive, like, being in outer space or backgrounds that looks like you're next to Eiffel Tower. Okay, as much as you would like to travel around the world, okay, try to use the simple ones. Also, make sure that there's no people walking around. All right, that could distract your interviewer. Okay, and all right, the last one is of course your lighting. So lighting could actually really make a difference. Okay, when it comes to your projection on the camera. Okay, if your room or your space is kind of dim, then please turn on a light. If it's possible for you to have a ring light, that would be good as well. Okay, make sure that uh, your space is well lit. Okay, so now we're done. Okay, preparing. Okay, from ourselves to our tech and the environment. Okay, the next one is our letter O or online presence. So here is the real deal. Okay, you are now going to present yourself. Okay, so what are the things that we have to keep in mind during the online interview? Okay, so just like before, actually, a lot of people, when they go to the offices or to the companies, they make sure that they are the best version of themselves. Okay, so number one, okay, for you to have a good impact, all right, online impact to your interviewer, make sure that you have confidence. Confidence is actually an act of believing yourself. And if you believe in yourself, it could actually be seen by interviewer, and your interviewer could actually trust to you as well. Okay, to trust you that you can do the job well. So remember that confidence is something that you can control and something that you can develop over the time. So I highly suggest that you practice. Try to look at the mirror. Always think that you are selling yourself. Job interview is actually all about selling ourselves. So how do you want to be perceived? Okay. Another one that you have to keep in mind is, of course, during the job interview, make sure that you know yourself. Because, guys, you are the one who will uh, persuade, all right, or tell the interviewer about the good things or about the reason of you to be hired. So know your strengths. Okay, what are the things that you can offer to the company? What are the skills that you're good at and actually suitable to the job specification? Right? Highlight your strengths. That's what employer actually would like to know. Okay, and if you know yourself, then it will be easy for you to, have an impact. Another one that most of applicants are afraid to answer or overwhelmed to answer is about their weaknesses. Okay, so my tip for that is try to be honest. Okay, if they ask you what are your weaknesses, tell them. However, okay, try to tell them as well how you are managing or controlling those weaknesses so that they will not be an hindrance for your performance. Okay, so always counteract that with the actions that you're doing to improve yourself. Okay. So another one, okay, that you have to do during the online presence is, of course, knowing your talking points. What are the things that you can say, and what are the things that you cannot say during the interview? Of course, the things that you can say is, of course, since you already know yourself, are the good things, okay, about you. All right. What do you want to know about the company? Okay. So again, start with the things that you would like to highlight about you. Now, what are the things that you cannot talk about during the job interview? Number one is try to avoid being dramatic or telling very emotional stories. Okay, I know that this time is kind of uncertain and hard for everybody, and we tend to be carried away sometimes if the interviewer asks us personal questions. So again, guys, please control, all right, and be mindful of the things that you are saying to your interviewer. Okay, so again, at the end of the day, we would like you to see as a person who has a work ethic, who has a good work ethics and professionalism. All right. Number four, the last one is, of course, engage. Don't just wait for your turn to speak up. If you have any questions to your interviewer, kindly do so. Okay. If you want to share something or if you want to acknowledge what your interviewer is saying, okay, you can do so as simple as saying yes. All right. oh, okay, could actually make an impact because it could show that you are listening to your interviewer. Another one that you might want to keep in mind when you are engaging, make sure that you are looking at the camera. Remember that the camera is your audience. So make sure that you are focusing, all right, engaging to your audience. Okay, so now since we're done with the online presence, okay, we did our best. We prepared everything that we have to prepare. Okay, we are so confident with the job interview. We talked about the good things, the best about us. Now, what happened after the interview? Of course, we have to wait, all right, and see the results. So for those who are lucky, right, to get the job, then please congratulate yourself. It means that you really did a well done, and the job is probably right for you. However, okay, I want to set an expectation that not all job interviews will be successful. So just in case that you will be rejected or they offer okay other opportunities for you, always try and try. All right, guys, don't be afraid or don't be scared about the job interview itself or the process of the application. Rather, please be scared if you didn't try again. If you failed and you know to yourself that you did everything, you showcase everything that you know, you have all the confidence, okay, you show to them your competences, probably, okay, it is not the right time for you, and you can actually move forward by looking on the things that you can improve on. So try to reflect of the things that you can do better next time. All right. And try to do better. Okay. Once you apply again. But the thing is, always try and try until you find the right. Okay, so I highly encourage everyone to try here at our company in Spiro because here we will do our best to make sure that you will achieve your dream. And it's not just about working the job or doing the job, it's actually about giving you opportunities to improve your life by offering trainings and opportunities. So there you go. Try, learn, and believe. Thank you so much.
For, thank you for that, Miss Blair. Yan. So, ma'am, we're now up for our question and answer portion. So, guys, if you have questions for Miss Blair, so now is the time. So, ma'am, I prepared a couple of questions lang po for you. So, since we're running out of time, isa lang, ma'am, yung prepare ko. So, ma'am, the students, the audience, will be having their virtual career fair on April 14. So, while they're doing their interviews, ito yung naisip ko, ma'am. So, what do you think, ma'am, is the hardest question for them to answer just so they can prepare it right away bago sila mag-interview? Kaya na nilang makapag-reflect na sila kung paano sasagot. Especially if they're a fresh grad. So, what's the hardest question to answer if you're a fresh grad?
Okay, all right. That's actually a very interesting question, Miss Shari, because I also thought about that question when I was still a student. What is the hardest? Okay, what is the worst question that I could encounter during the job interview? And you know what? Based on my experience and based on the feedback, or not really a feedback, but based on some of my friends' experiences as well, there's actually no hard question during the job interview if you know yourself, and you're really prepared for it because it actually comes out naturally. If you know your strengths, if you know your weaknesses, if you know what you can offer to the company, all right, there's actually no hard question for that. So again, I'm going to suggest do your research, know yourself, prepare, and you can conquer the world of online application.
All right, so thank you for that, Miss Claire. So, guys, you heard it from Miss Claire. So many years in the HR industry, guys. She's telling you there is no hard question as long as you know yourself. Okay. So again, Miss Claire, thank you for being with us this afternoon. We hope to see more of you po in future sessions po with other schools, and we hope that we can see you on April 14 po for PCC Virtual Career Fair. Thank you, Miss Claire. Have a great day po. Ayan. So guys, if you want to check out vacancies for Inspiro, it's available at the ticker down the screen. It's jobtraining.com/Inspiro. So if you want to research, if you want to explore what are the vacancies, what are the openings, that's where you see the postings. All right. So let's go to our second speaker. So our second speaker is Mr. Erwin Agustin. He is the operations manager for Stellar Philippines, and he will be discussing hiring for work from home jobs. So Sir Erwin has 14 years of experience in the BPO industry and has wide experience in operations and people engagement, sales, project management, implementation, client relations, customer satisfaction, along with business finance, budget, and forecasting. So he became the best team lead in 2015 on the basis of keeping most of his team in the longest tenure, and he also has the highest retention average for more than of average than most of his previous teams as operations manager. So he has a degree in psychology from De La Salle University and an MBA from Ateneo Graduate School of Business, where he found the method of combining art and science of people management and achieving targets for his programs. Serving on his 13th year with the organization, he also had previous work in broadcasting and artist management and e-commerce. He is also a licensed real estate broker, a Gen X at heart. He is currently into aquatics hobby and fishes and loves traveling with his family and miss spending time with friends. So Sir Irwin, please join us po.
Yes, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for this. How are you? How's
Hi Sir
everyone?
Irwin, good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Sir,
Yes, thank you for.
can we test sharing your screen po? Just so we know if it's working. Ayan. So sir, today we are joined by the audience from PCC. So we have a mix of IT, we have people from entrepreneurship, we have people from education, we have people from psychology. So yun sir yung disciplines ng mga audience natin for this afternoon. So sir, the screen is up. So I leave the floor to you po. I'll be back in 20 minutes for the question and answer portion. So thank you, Sir
Thank you very
Erwin.
much. Thank you, Sha. Okay. Hi, everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present, to at least present what we can offer as a company, and also give you some tips on, what it's like to be interviewed and hiring in the new normal. Okay, so hope everyone is keeping safe and doing okay out there. I know it's really a tough situation nowadays, so just keep safe. And we're getting 2 years into this pandemic, and we can say that it has accelerated almost everything, the way we communicate, how we interact, and how we do things. Right. So I think every one of us would feel the drastic shift in how we do our activities. So we have a joke there. Like, let's say it's BC and AC, is before COVID and after COVID. And most of the interactions now we're seeing right now, because of social distancings, are being done online. So, and we have depended on internet and data to facilitate these communications, and how it also impacts how we work and do things virtually. So you have there, you can see there in Facebook, like online selling. We also do bank-to-bank virtual transactions by the use of your smartphones, and also heavy usage of the online messaging platforms. We have implemented also safety protocols, and also non-contact forms of transactions, and also this has led, especially for employers now in the job market, in the way we think and do business. And we have some of us have already adapted into a year since the pandemic. So we'll share how we adapted into recruiting, into hiring people into our organization, recruiting the right people, how we hire in the new normal. So this is just basically giving you some tips and also a fresh perspective because from my end we do the final interviews for the candidate if they are going to make into a particular program. So we have different set of questions compared to the initial interview stages when you try to apply. So this is more of like an advanced peek or just give you a flavor of like how operations would ask you some questions in your final interview. So basically with the first speaker earlier, she gave you some tips. So that is very very helpful. Hope you keep mind on that. Um, I will present you. It's basically how you present yourself in the labor market now, the virtual labor market, and how to get hired with a company that's suitable for your knowledge and skills. Okay, so I think we know that that will be a very perfect scenario. Let's say if you have a company that also is aligned with what you believe and also aligned with what you really want to do, especially with passion. That is the even if you do things virtually, that is I think the most the best feeling that everyone could hope for. Okay, so we just have like four main topics, and we'll just discuss each one of them, and just basically what we do in the hiring process. So basically, these are if you did your self assessment, are you technology capable, and then are you able to do you have any specific experiences that demonstrate your work or how you deal with a project or a past situation? And also the lastly is very important for us is how would you make an impact to your new work? Okay, so if we can go on to the next slide, we can start discussing self-assessment. Okay, so here in self-assessment, as the first speaker has mentioned, this is really important for you to be able to gauge yourself, and it also gives you like some sort of a framework in which how to package yourself. So it's basically knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, and also how to turn those what you say not weaknesses, but it's more about an area of improvement for your part to be able to capitalize on. So you may need to ask yourself what skills and knowledge do you have. So do you know baking or vlogging, or are you adept? Are you good with numbers? Are you detailed oriented? That works with some companies that require a bit of obsessive compulsive when you try to read through various documents. We have different forms of intelligence. If some of the psychology majors that we have here in the audience, we have different levels of intelligence, and we the role of the talent acquisitions or the recruitment is to match this particular skill set to the programs that they're, and just to make sure that they have the potential to succeed in that particular program. So if you want to build on your current skill set and knowledge, I think it would really help if you engage in some of the little projects or engage in work, just to make sure that you have a bit of a work experience that you can relate to, because that is very important nowadays. Having those skills aside from just basic going into school. I think the practical aspect of it is having those experiences. Even how you're able to capitalize on use of social media and other, of course, you don't have to forget, the mathematics of the world or the sciences, because that would really come into place when you're actually working. And also, with your current skill set and knowledge, I think there's also an aspect there that what you want to learn more about, and then what kind of knowledge that you want to go. When I started in college, I don't know what to do. I don't know my path. So it's basically I just want psychology because there's no math. So basically, in psychology, they have statistics. So it's a different kind of mathematics, but you have to deal with a lot of analysis with those numbers. So it's a different kind. It's a different level. And then until you find your way, you will be able to learn more about yourself, and then you'll gravitate towards something that you're passionate about. So as long as your intention also is aligned with your with your heart or your passion, I think you cannot go wrong with that. So it's really important to always have time to set a time in your day to have a reflection for that. Okay. Also, one important thing is for your self assessment is what is your intention to work. So we have different various reasons, but I think the most glaring uh, reason for that is we need to survive. So we need to have a cash flow coming in into the household for us to pay the bills. So but aside apart from that, our intention to work is really one of the primary intrinsic motives for working. Let's say if you want to work because you wanted to achieve something about yourself that improve your self-worth, or you want to gain more friends, recognition in the workplace. So they have very different reasons for everyone. So if your intention to work is it's more about character or skill building, you want to expand on your skills on certain areas. So you have to be very honest with it, honest with yourself. Okay. And also apart from that intention, you need to also determine what are your growth objectives. So, say ideally, I think setting goals you have to think about the practicality of it, because the in the nature of our economics nowadays. Okay, so do you see yourself in a company working like 2-3 years down the line? But for then in that span of years, we're able to learn something about it. So if not going to learn, you need to set your sights on something that would feed your growth for your personal development. So you need to have your growth objectives. And I think when you share this with your interviewers, it gives an impression that you have like not sort of a goal, it's more of an intention to grow. You wanted to expand yourself as a person with the different level of skill that you wanted to learn or to acquire. Okay, and then apart from that, you also have your personal goals. So be it financial, it can be something that that would let's say if you have like a civic organization that you belong to, you want to be part of it. It fills your heart. Then if the company's mission and vision, I think that's important. An important thing, you want to check what the vision of that company, if it's aligned with your values. You need to check if it's aligned. Then I think that will be a good fit for your company. Okay. And next slide. Thanks. And then we talked about earlier hiring in the new normal. This is a big question. Are you technology capable? Because when you say technology capable, do you have the resources to do your transactions online? So when you say do the transaction, what will be the we call it here in a BPO setting, what will be the infrastructure? So when you say infrastructure, you have to have your own internet. Do you have a data plan, or you can just have have a like a Wi-Fi for you to be able to do your transactions, make your resume, send documents via email or check links, something like that. So when we look at candidates for work from home requirements, the primary consideration that we're looking at is, do they have a good internet speed? So some of them do not have, some of them do, regardless of the scale. But I think it's having data or internet is one of the most important commodities in this day and age. So if you have a stable internet connection, we also request the interviewers to turn video on, because that is important. We want, let's say for myself, I'm a Gen X. I would see a lot of nonverbal behaviors by just looking at the face themselves. So this is similar to what the consuls did in the embassies. But by just looking at you, if you're having a course at psychology, you'll be able to read body language by just telling the smirk on the faces or that. So we will be able to tell that. So I think it's a good indicator. It's near almost near in real life setting compared when you're doing a face to face interview, but that is closed. Okay, we will be able to at least know the person when we see them, via video. And also, if they have a device, when you say device, it would be a desktop or a laptop that has minimum requirements. So when we say minimum requirements, let's say, can they handle multi and a lot of processes? Let's say, can they handle multiple applications? Let's say, how many tabs in your browser can they handle? Can they handle 5 to 8 tabs with with loads of internet that would eat up your memory for your computer? Because if it goes beyond the threshold, your computer will crash. So let's say, if you have a very bare requirement or memory for your computer, let's say, if the work would require such heavy usage from the internet, it will definitely crash, and it would hamper you in completing your work. Okay, and also it's very important that you also invest in a headset. So there are a lot of online selling portals that you can get headsets for very cheap. But you have to get a good quality headsets that's not straining on your ears. It has a good microphone position that's very near your mouthpiece. So it's something that when you wear it, it has cushions. So when you wear those headsets, it will not wear weigh heavily on your head. Okay, so having those uh, equipments would really help you do your job search at the comfort of your home. Especially with jobs180.com, this is also a very good innovation to help others being able to get to the work that they're looking for. And just like to tackle the new normal expectations, because when people let's say apply for a company, they might be expecting that the company would give them uh, desktops or the equipment that they have for the company. So just like to tell you that, of course, when the pandemic struck last year, uh, there are a lot of employees that were deployed at home, and then these companies also send these equipments to their workforce. So apparently, when some of them will leave eventually, some of them will move to different companies, but the basic expectation is these resources are very finite. So when you say finite, it's limited. So it might, so there will come a time that before they were able to give you an equipment, send you an equipment, you might have to use your own equipment for a short time, something like that. So others might have will have some considerations about why am I using internet? Are they going to provide our internet? That is very a long shot expectations, because it's actually this is something that we check with each of the and also set an expectation with each of the new employees. Companies' resources are limited, and also being resourceful is also the key, because if you rely on your, let's say, on a company to provide you internet, I mean, how long will you be able to wait? And let's say if you change your mind and then go on to a different company, that would also be proven as a risk. Okay, so the new normal cost of operations is so astronomical. There are a lot of costs that came in, ferrying the employees to the shuttle. So it costs millions. So many companies right now are bleeding in a pandemic just to keep the business afloat. So I think the silver lining here is for new employees or job applicants to at least if they have someone that they can be employed with, having the benefits, company benefits for them, and then be able to at least have a cash flow starting to flow into their household. I mean, that will that's already a gift. Okay, and also let's say, given the when we're talking about vaccines, and then having this what we call a herd immunity, when people are starting to build a certain immunity, and then people started to get normal at some point. When they say that work from home will be the new norm, yes, that's true. But we also think about the possibility, let's say, if came to a point that everything is normal, there will come a time that there's always a consideration for back on site availability. But of course, they will always ask that. Okay, next slide. Thank you. Okay. Um, and I think this when we mentioned earlier during the final interviews. So let's say just to give you a background. When you apply for a work at a certain company, they have an initial interview with you. So basically, they get all the first hand interviews, what you do, your track record, and then the next phase is for you to undergo testing. So for testing, there's the mathematical, there's the reading and comprehension, there's also the logical, and also the what do you call it, call center 101, if you know, if you're looking for a work in a call center. So basically all of these are being measured and mapped. And also us from operations, we also require these results when we're doing the final interview, because these are the data that that is actually being this is data being quantified, that's not observable, but actually this is more of a measure of aptitude of your how you will perform, or your tendency of your personality to perform in the future. So you know, in psychology terms, you'll be able to get an aptitude or a potential of a candidate for them to succeed in a company. Okay, so when we also ask them, if you have relative, let's say, organizational, if you have like a school org, or you do work, you know, a side project that you do in your family business, those experiences are came into hand and really really helpful, especially if you haven't been employed or like a new fresh grad. So those experiences are really helpful for you to demonstrate any behavior and work experience, because I think for employers, we need to know how you would be able to convey and demonstrate any particular situations that requires a decision making process, or behavior, and then how you'll be able to, you know, confront those kinds of situations. So basically these are situational questions. So when you say situational questions, you don't have a handbook for that. So these are unique experiences that you can draw from, and it's really unique to each and every one of you. So these cannot be fabricated. So so that's why it's really important for you to have those little side projects to keep on, you know, engaging yourself in different projects, just to build a skill set. It's also a measure or how we gauge people, how they interact with each other, with other people, and how they were able to fulfill obligations in the process. So those were the information that's also really important for us. And of course, given the results of the test assessments, uh, logical reasoning, you know, these will also be crucial, you know, in terms of how they succeed in the business. Another part is, you know, how you present your ideas and answers will also be, you know, like a foot in the door in the interviewer's mind. So let's say even if you don't have, let's say, just to give you an example, we just hired a fresh new grad for a complex account that I handle. But since he has a skill set, he has the good communication skills, and I think he was able to demonstrate his previous work experience. We were able to hire him because I know he has the potential, he has the discipline to see through the work. Okay, and one thing, just a tip. I don't think it's in the handbook of, you know, many job professionals. It's really important that you the characteristics of being persistence, having the grit to see through every challenges. So if we were able to demonstrate and relate that to the interviewers, I think that's a, you know, a huge selling point for yourself. So having that grit, so it's a really tough characteristics to get, you know, to get from candidates. So that's someone you're looking for. Next slide. And also, I think I think for this part, ethics and professionalism, it's basically how would you be able to be how would you make an impact to that organization? Let's say when they ask you where do you see the typical questions about how do you see yourself in 5 years, it's basically asking you how would you make an impact in our company. Okay, so based on your self-assessment, how you learn about yourself, your skills, and then seeing the situation you're in now when you get to work, how would I make an impact? How would I be able to share? How will I able to contribute to this organization? But of course, it has to do with a certain degree of professionalism and ethics, especially hiring in the new normal. We don't we have employees. I have hired employees already with already 3 months and already 3 to 4 months down the line. I haven't seen them in person yet, but we do work virtually. So there are people there. So it's we need to get those kinds of people who are very at least compliant, very respectful on the company's rules and regulations, and then it being more ethical. So I think the one of the golden characteristics that we're looking for is uh, honest people. It is a universal characteristics that still to this day, even hiring the new normal, it's still applicable. So if we have people who are honest, basically you're hired. That's like a looking for a diamond in a haystack. But I think for one employee, aside apart from just getting a higher salary or trying to sell yourself, or is it ethics ba yan or back of house, you have to review your intentions of how you want to grow. Diba? Are you able to when you do the work, are you able to meet the program and financial objectives of the program? Do you enjoy working with other people? And then do you also contribute, make an impact in building a culture for that organization? Okay. And also value and integrity. So we establish good team interactions and professional relations. We do have like an online chat. Sometimes we do video calls via Zoom or Google Meet. Once in a while, we do virtual engagement. That is the new norm right now. There are a lot of games, and also prices. We also send digital prices. So we have our ways to be able. We have adapted in keeping our people happy while working from home. So the good thing about working from home is, even though if haven't taken a bath yet, you won't be late, because as long as you log in on time, uh, you're good, and then you're able to do the work. And at the comfort of your home, you're able to at least have some rest periods in between. That's also very convenient for you. But of course, when we hire new people, we also support a happy work environment. So this is something very important about working in the new normal. We definitely put more emphasis in promoting the health and well-being and supporting our employees, because I think there's a bit of stress and overcoming a psychological hurdle while working from home. So it's really tough, as long as you're very strong in your convictions and in your intentions on working, especially if you're doing it for your family or doing it for yourself. So it's really okay, but the primary thing is you have to take care of yourself. Self-care is really important, and we also nurture the work from home environment to hone and expand other people's skills. So we do some little activities or ad hoc activities for them to be able to grow for that. Next slide. Okay, so we want to promote us, of course, our company, jobs180.com, stellarxm.com. You can also check our link for that. We have a lot of hiring going on, hiring activities going on. So for looking for flight reservations, cruise specialists, and I think for a company, we want to be like an anti-bland employer. So we do have there are a lot of new technologies right now that's making work a lot easier. It's more innovative. It's more exciting. When it comes to, let's say, as you go up, and then having the ability to work using different digital platforms. So once you learn all those skills and build it in your arsenal, I think you'll be able to make your, what you call it, increase your value in the marketplace. So you always intend to build on your experiences, learning more tools, and different platforms across. So that's really important. So you can always join our team by clicking on the link for that. I would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity, and hope you learned something this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Sir Irwin. Ayan. So guys, the floor is open for questions. So if you have questions or clarifications for Sir Irwin, just put it in our comment section. All right. So sir, while they are coming up with their questions, I already come up with my own. So number one, sir. Sir, what is the average turnaround time from initial interview to onboarding?
Usually, it depends on the need, but usually it takes, if there's a program account that requires background checks, especially if it's usually that takes 2 weeks, but normally for any account it can be 2 to 3 days. They can be endorsed to a final interview and then just get the job within the week. But usually when we also do once we what we call onboarding, that would include creating their credentials for them to have access to the company's infrastructure. We send them the their desktops so that they can use, because they're using like a platform or VPN that's enclosed in that secured environment. But normally it take a week to 2 weeks. Yes.
Ayan. So guys, according to Sir Irwin, that's 2 weeks. So once you send in your applications and for processing, 2 weeks lead time lang tayo. Alright?
Yeah, I think just to add, Shari, sorry. I think as long as they were able to, there's a virtual assessment, initial interview, and then they also need to do like the usual what they do in recruitment, all those tests they do it virtually. Usually they're hosted in different links, and then they can access that and finish that and then send it through a link. So once they have fulfilled that, I think it would expedite their chances of getting hired.
All right. So thank you for that, sir. Ayan. So, sir, I have another question. So, guys, feel free to put in your questions on our comment section. So, okay lang, tatanong ko yan kay Sir Irwin. Sir, about the positions that you mentioned earlier, can fresh grads, people who are about to graduate, already explore this position po?
Yes, actually, during the history that I have with Stellar before, we had a lot like nurses, even undergrads. A lot of undergrads have already been working, and I think they have gained a lot of experience. And then I think it's more of like a stepping stone for them. And then before they were able to pursue their true path, something like that. So actually, we're an equal opportunity employer, and we actually, if they want to build the skills, we do encourage them. So it's a different norm right now compared to before. So definitely they will be able to have a good experience when they try it.
All right. So thank you for that, sir. All right. So guys, are you sure that you have no more questions for Sir Irwin? So if you want to explore vacancies and you're not graduating yet, the link is jobsready.com/stellarxm. So you can check positions and explore opportunities kahit hindi pa kayo nag-graduate. So pwede na kayo mag-explore na vacancies. So and once you're ready, send in your applications and apply to Stellar XM po. Probe
Yes,
CX na siya. Yan. Yan.
that's
So,
right. So I think
go
I,
ahead,
I
sir.
yeah, I think for this, like, I think if there's an intention, let's say for an undergrad to work, I think they have their reasons. Actually, that's a very noble characteristic. So when interviewees would see that, they would see that it reflects that this is a persistent person that has a goal, has a purpose. So it reflects good on you.
Tama, sir. Ayan. So, kung hindi pa, kung okay lang, pwede na kayo mag-apply. Ayan. So, Sir Irwin, again, thank you from jobsready.com and from PCC. We'd like to extend our gratitude for gracing us with your talk pod this afternoon, and we hope to see more of you po in the future.
Of
So,
course.
thank you, sir, and stay safe po.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Have a great day, sir. Ayan. So guys, if you want to check out or if you have questions and you're shy to put it in our comment section, pwede nyo i-message sa facebook.com/jobson80. So that's our page and you can put it there. So may mga sasagot sa inyo na customer support team. All right? So please don't forget to evaluate this event. So we will be flashing the evaluation link here and we will put it in our comment section. So that secures your official attendance for this event. And of course, we'd like to invite everyone. So while you're doing the evaluation, listen to my plug. So we'd like to invite everyone for the upcoming virtual career fair on April 14. So the invitation is viewable at schools.jobs180.com/PCC. So there, that's what you see kapag tinype mo yung schools.jobs180.com/PCC. And then, please sign up though you're using the resume link. So yung ginawa nyo resume link kanina, yun yung gagamitin nyo. And then you will get an email for the Google Meet link. Ayan. So this is an event where company representatives will join us live, meaning we can see them face to face, and they will be doing the virtual interviews on that Google meeting room. All right. So the link is schools.jobs180.com/PCC. All right. So we invite everyone to be there and let's maximize this opportunity to meet and greet employers and companies na pwede na tayo mag-apply. Para ma-check nyo lang kung ano yung mga vacancies, mag-explore kayo kung ano yung mga positions na pwede nyong puntahan in that time. All right. So again, ayan. So it's in our comment section. Please evaluate the events. You can click it nasa comment section natin yung link doon sa evaluation. All right. So again, we would like to thank CEO Group for being one of our corporate sponsors for this event. You can check out CEO Store in Lazada or Shopee or at the nearest mall in your area to shop for your corporate needs and for career opportunities. You can visit jobready.com/CEO Group. So please watch out for the next set of webinars we are hosting for other universities this week and next week. The list and the topics will be posted on our page. So that's facebook.com/jobs80. So if you want to attend those webinars, just watch it. You're welcome to join in those sessions. All right. So see you guys and have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Bye.